Is getting in a car accident like hitting the jackpot? That is the subject of the article that we'll be discussing today. I'm sure many people know the answer to this. However, there is that few in our society who they just have this belief, whether it is you get this belief from watching too much TV or a news article here and there that gives you the impression that there is a ton of money to be made by being hurt in falling out of a store or getting rear-ended. But this article is going to discuss the response to that answer, which is quite simply no. Getting in an accident is not like hitting a jackpot. There is not, you cannot expect a huge amount of money that you don't deserve, and you're going to be set for life, and you're going to go buy fancy new cars or a bigger house. This just simply is not what it's all about. All right, getting in an accident and being injured, of course you deserve compensation. But the purpose of what injury lawyers are here for, what car insurance companies are also there for, is to compensate you for your injuries and to make you whole. Make you whole means that we're going to try to put you in the position you were in before the accident even happened. So before the accident happened, if you were walking around without injuries and with a regular car and a regular house, that's what we want. We want you to put you in that same position you were in, walking around without injuries and without a loss of money from missing work or having to pay a lot of medical bills, but making you whole. Getting what you deserve to be compensated for your injuries. So of course you deserve compensation for your medical bills. That's like obvious, right? Somebody injures you, they need to pay your medical bills. You deserve compensation for your wage loss. Somebody hurts you, you can't work for 3 months. They owe you for those 3 months of lost wages that you would have made if you had not been injured in the accident. They owe you money for pain and suffering. Now that's the one part of this equation that is really up for debate, right? Everybody's pain means something different to them. So that's the point of contention usually. That is why you do need an injury lawyer, because when it comes down to the value of your pain and suffering, you do need a lawyer to fight for you. But in the end, again, we're not here to get people a whole ton of money and they're so happy that this happened to them. You should not be happy that you were involved in an accident, okay? If you're happy that an accident happened and you got a ton of money, then there's something wrong with that, right? And that just quite simply doesn't happen, okay? Nobody should be happy if they've been hurt in an accident. Now, hopefully everyone is satisfied at the end. They get the money. They think, okay, I'm glad I got compensated for this. I still wish it hadn't happened. That hurt, and that was a huge inconvenience. That was stressful. But at least I got compensation. I don't owe any bills. I'm not in debt because I couldn't work. I got some money for the pain and the inconvenience. Because that's really the definition of a settlement, in that both sides of an agreement are just satisfied. All right. If one of the sides is like cheering and jumping up and down, first of all, then that probably is not going to happen. All right. And the insurance company is not going to offer you an amount that you're just doing flat backflips thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But they just like to give out money like that. So that rarely happens. So quite simply, if you think it's like hitting a jackpot, then we got to get that thinking fixed, because that's just going to cause you problems, okay? The main problem that's going to cause you is that, let's say you get a lawyer that gets you a fair settlement for your injuries. So you got a fair settlement offer on the table. The adjuster's like, here you go. We think it's fair. Your lawyer's like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty fair. And then you're sitting there thinking, what are you talking about? That's not fair. I can't buy a fancy new car with that. I can't upgrade my house with that. And therein lies the problem. Because if that's your thinking, then things are not going to settle and things aren't going to get anywhere, right? So you're going to turn down a reasonable settlement offer for really no reason because it was reasonable. You're going to force everybody to go to court, which is your right. Of course, it's your right to go to court to sue somebody that injured you in an accident. And the court is not going to go well either. Juries are not in the business of helping people hit the jackpot, okay? Arbitrators are not in the business of hooking people up so that somebody's running out of the room, jumping up and down, and checking out the new cars they're going to buy. So you'll be greatly disappointed if you turn down a reasonable settlement offer thinking, oh, a jury's going to believe that I deserve tons and tons of money, and then the jury doesn't give them that money. Then you got a problem. Sometimes the jury even gives less money than the adjuster was offering 2 years ago. Okay, you can see the problem here. In the meantime, you went through a couple of years of a lot of stress. It's very stressful to go to court. It's stressful to do a deposition where the other lawyer is grilling you for 5, 6, 10 hours. It's stressful to sit through and go through 20 pages of interrogatories to complete. It's stressful to go and sit. There's nothing like this feeling when you walk into a courtroom. It's you, it's your lawyer, the judge is up there, a few of his clerks and them, and then you got these 12 jurors, people from the community, regular, busy people. All right, these aren't homeless people with nothing to do. Okay, these are people with lives, with kids at home that they had to get babysitters for, with employees that they're not supervising, with you name it. Okay, these are 12 people that have busy lives and they are being forced to take a week of their life. Okay, most jury trials are going to be a few days and most of them even go up like a week. Okay, you're forcing them to drive down to that courthouse for $50 a day or $30 a day. It's like nothing, right? You don't do it for the money, that's for sure. It's for compensation, basically for your gas, I think. Come down to the courthouse, sit there for a week, listen to all this. A lot of it can be boring, okay? Let's just face it. It's not like the movies where it's super exciting all the time. A lot of it's boring. A lot of it is the lawyers arguing up in front of the judge about every little rule of evidence. And there's just nothing like that feeling. You go into that courtroom and those 12 people are staring at you like, this better be good, buddy. And if it's not good, they're going to make you pay. All right? Like they might give you 0. Even though you deserve something, of course, you're not there because you don't deserve something. They could end up giving you even less than you deserve if they have the feeling that you're out to get rich off of this. Okay? So it just doesn't pay to think I'm hit the jackpot, hit the lottery. This is awesome. I got a lawyer to take my case and this is going to be great. It just doesn't work out. As long as you want what's fair and reasonable, things usually work out. Our world, yes, nowadays it seems pretty chaotic and pretty unfair, but in a lot of ways it's still pretty fair. Adjusters are still giving pretty reasonable settlement offers, and it usually works out okay as long as everyone is being reasonable, right? You got the adjuster, the lawyer, and the client. If all three are being reasonable, there's going to be a settlement. All three part ways, and it's smooth and easy, and people can go back to their lives. All right, hopefully this was helpful. If you want to find out more, check out our website. Click on that free advice page. There's a lot of web pages there with lots of advice. As always, just give us a call for a free consultation. Fill out the contact form, and we can contact you, and we'll be more than happy to help you out and get you a fair settlement, not a lottery settlement, but a fair settlement for your injuries. Okay, thanks a lot.